here on whether it's a foul or not. So the referee, the match referee, should just be across at the monitor and have a second look and make his mind up.
Yeah,
sure.
and like I said before the game, I think that just helps with the atmosphere in the stadium. That actually the man on because everyone makes mistakes. Okay, I've gone over and he's actually made a decision. I've made a mistake. I've not seen it right. Okay, get on with the game.
I think,
and it's quicker, I think.
And especially that one, you could tell by Manchester United players, he knew he'd made a mistake, I think, because the protests were so vociferous and right in his face. He must have thought, I hope he disallows that.
I hadn't thought about it, but there could be a charge for failing to control your players to follow that for Manchester United.
Get off you.
Sorry.
It's interesting that David gets booked for it. He gets booked for it, and it's a foul.
Well, it shouldn't be booked.
I think the booking will be rescinded, or would now not count as a result of the decision being changed. That would be my view. I could be wrong, but there we are. Do you think he deserved anything out of it?
I thought it was a really good game, especially second half. I thought overall probably Liverpool looked the most dangerous, created the chances, but United were definitely in the game. And the last 20 minutes it looked like they were only the one who were going to score a goal. So they kept in the game, but Liverpool at times were fantastic, especially after they scored that first goal.
What about the second goal?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, you know, I played with a goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel. As soon as he caught it, I'm off and running because I knew that he could deliver.
But he was throwing it.
He was throwing it most of the time. But this technique that you've seen over the years of goalkeepers, they practice it all the time. And of course, United are pushing now, so you can expect that no one to be at home at the back. But it's great strength, great composure. And Salah's first goal against United. Hence why he's so happy, as well as knowing it's the win.
It took Ian Rush a lot longer. But eventually he got one, Rushy.
It's just, I mean, he has to hold it up a little bit, but his upper body strength there to keep control of the football and fend off Daniel James at the same time. It's just terrific. Just watch the way he uses his right arm, comes out, just there, get out of the way, then again. Just fantastic.
Almost as strong as you.
Don't be fooled by the framework. I was stronger than I looked.
You would do that week in, week out. If Schmeichel caught a ball, you're gone.
Yeah. And of course, he's cheating a little bit because, you know, no one's marking him. It's the last minute of the game, so why not? And he knows that his goalkeeper can produce that sort of kick.
Okay, more from Ryan and Sammy in just a moment. Not before we've heard from Jurgen Klopp.
Congratulations, Jurgen. Can you put into words that elation, that emotion at the end when Mo scored?
Oh, big relief, big relief. I was really happy with 85-90% of the game. Was brilliant what we played here tonight. Dominated the game. We, especially in the first half already, but then it was always like first half, the last 10 minutes I didn't like too much. But I learned to take it because the energy level the boys put on the pitch is incredible. So, and I would say on a completely normal day we would have scored in the first half already 2 or 3 times. We scored 3 times, but they were disallowed. It's okay. And then especially after half time when we came out, we can decide the game in that period. Until 60-65 minutes we should have been up much more clear. And and then of course it's like it is. United has obviously quality, and put a bit not under pressure, but they played a bit more football, and then we had to defend and made here or there little mistakes. Didn't use our possession well enough, and so the game stays open. That's how it is with 1-0. And then we scored that wonderful goal, and the 2-0 was a very good feeling.
There was only moments to go, so when Alston's got the ball, are you thinking, keep it or throw it?
No. The things like this are clear. So when Mo was completely alone, so you have to try it, and it was a wonderful assist.
The more the game went on, were you thinking, for whatever reason, my front three, they just don't score against Manchester United? They had several chances. Bobby Firmino scores, the goal is disallowed. You must think this is all some sort of curse.
No, I don't even know. If you tell me now they don't score against United, I didn't know before. I don't think about things like this, so that there's there's nothing to do with the opponent. All 3 up front, all of the boys tonight played an exceptional game. Yeah, but the defending of the front three is outstanding. situation of the game for me was when Mo was in our own box and defended there. The only problem was he passed the ball to a Man United player, but he closed the wide wing, which is very important for us in situations like this. We defend our life, and so everybody has to be involved, and that was great. I said all the boys, what a performance again against an opponent with the quality of United and the setup of United. It was about, I think Ola will say the same, they want to annoy us, they want to distract our game, they want to defend, they want to counter-attack and stuff like this. They had moments when they played football, but was not too often, but in all the other moments it's just difficult against them to create chances, but we did it. Wow. I mean, the manner we created chances was really exceptional. It was really a next step tonight.
And to give you extra satisfaction when you score from a clever set piece?
So I have to say thank you to Peter Kravitz and our analysts because they put so much effort in these set pieces. And yesterday we had a discussion after the training because I thought it's 6 player in the box. Hendo was involved as well, and then protection by Oxlade-Chamberlain and Mo Salah. I thought we should discuss it once again, and then we did it. And in the end, we stayed with what the boys told me, and so. And then in the end, it was clear the first post area that we want to come there, but Hendo was completely free in the second post area. If the ball is a bit higher, then he could have scored maybe. But so I take it like it is.
You've been absolutely consistent in all your interviews. You've said, look, we've done nothing, we've won nothing, we've achieved nothing. I'm not interested in records or anything like that. How much harder will that be for you now to keep a lid on it? You heard the crowd today. We're going to win the league.
Oh, they can sing that, but they sang that a couple of times in the past, I think. That's absolutely no problem. That's always like it is. Everybody should celebrate the situation, apart from us. So that's easy as that. And we have no problem with that. So it's just nothing changed. We have exactly the same situation, plus 3 points than before the game, which is great, wonderful, unbelievable, but nothing else changed. So I tell you immediately in the moment when it feels different. So far it feels exactly the same always.
So you don't feel it's another game gone, 16-point lead, is that not an unassailable lead?
I have no idea, to be honest, if we are to catch or not or whatever. I don't care. It's first and foremost it's a Premier League. So and if you in the Premier League we play on Thursday Wolves. They played an exceptional comeback last night. Then they had not the results they wanted, but they caused us here a lot of problems. They will of course their problems. So it's the next massive challenge we face, and why should I think about more than that? I'm not smart enough to do that, to be honest. I'm not enough space in my brain to think about different things. So we will prepare Wolves, try our best, and we will see.
Thank you, Jürgen. Well done.
Welcome.
Is he saying and doing the right things?
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that he's won the league. No manager has ever said that, no matter what the lead has been. And it's been a long time since Liverpool have won the league, but we all know it's over. And not only because of Liverpool's form, but the likes of City last year, you might have thought a slim chance, but they're not going to win all the games either because of the form that they're showing. So it's over, but he's an experienced manager, so he wants to keep his players on his toes, on the toes. They're in other competitions as well, so they have to be at that, boiling point where they can't be taking anything for granted.
Although, is there an argument that with the lead they have, and you've just said it yourself, it's over, that maybe he should be embracing it? Maybe?
I think, as he said there, they've sang we're going to win the league a couple of times in the last 30 years. Recently as well, Brendan Rodgers, maybe Sammy's team had a great chance, and they didn't get over the line. So he's very aware of that. I think playing it down like that is fine. We don't want him to be standing there saying, what do you want me to say? The league's over, we've won it, we're going to win it. Do you want me to say that?
No, obviously not. And I think he's doing the right thing. I'm just asking the question as to whether or not there's room for him to embrace it a little more.
Well, listen, I think he and his coaching staff, if they're sitting in a room together, would say, we ain't losing this now. We are not losing this now. I'm not going to go public and say that, but we are not losing this now, and we'll make sure we do. And let's win it as early as we can. as early as we can. That's what I would be saying, behind closed doors, and then let everybody else talk about it.
I think the media would like him to say it now, but he's a clever guy.
And were he
He
to
knows
say
what
so,
to
we
say.
would then be criticising him for getting a little bit carried away and overconfident.
But if they keep defending like this, then it's gonna be early that they win the league.
They were early. Can I ask you, Ryan, having seen what you've seen this season, talking about United, just for a touch, how far behind Liverpool are United right now? Have you in your 21 years as a player there and since you retired, have you known United be this far behind Liverpool?
No, because Jurgen Klopp's been there 4 years, so he's had 4 years to mould his sort of team, get his players in, and on top of that they've got fantastic players, a fantastic coach. You see it, everyone knows the job. With United, they were sprinting 10-15 yards, wing back to full back to close them down. Those sprints don't happen with Liverpool. They're 5 yards because they press. And he talked about the front three there, the way that they defend. They defend like that because they know they're backed up.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows the job. They gamble. They don't care about what's behind them.
No.
Because it's never going to get there. So if they all press as a team like they do, they're just so impressive. So they've got a way of playing. They've got good players. They've got a good coach, and of course the history and what is a fantastic club behind them.
What was the best of the 13 for you?
Wasn't expecting that. The first one. Yeah, the first one. I grew up as a United fan, and obviously watching Liverpool win everything. And also, people forget the year before, the last Football League, we narrowly missed out. We should have won the league against Leeds. Yeah. So that was still fresh in their minds. And to win that first one, because of the year before, because of 26 years growing up as a United fan, that was massive.
In that season, when did you start to believe? Because it's interesting, the analogy between that 26 years and this 30 for Liverpool. When did you start to think